The sea's only gifts are harsh blows, and occasionally the chance to feel strong. I don't know much about the sea, but I know that that's the way it is here. And I also know how important it is in life, not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong. To measure yourself at least once. To find yourself at least once in that most ancient of human conditions. Facing the blind death stone alone, with nothing to help you but your hands and your own head.
I've seen the ocean. See it every time I watch Shark Week. I've been cold before. My house is always cold before Christmas vacation, and then I have to turn my heat back up. I felt pain. Last week, I got a paper cut and a caffeine headache.
Once people sweat and labored all day, rain or shine, just to eat. Now,
I open a box, press some buttons, watch the latest episode of The Biggest Loser.
She probably wouldn't even argue with you if you told her she was average. Average childhood, a college degree in media and journalism, a little dating here and there. Now, she drives a Honda Civic and watches Showtime alone at night. At least she stands by what she writes. Granted, they're instruction manuals for dishwashers and other household appliances. But at least she's not the type that makes a living selling people what they want to hear. The kind that steps in and out of taxi cabs with their Starbucks and cell phone in hand, writing self-help articles for grocery store magazines. Top 7 ways to make a good first impression. 9 steps to a better life. Because she knows none of it is real. Thing is, she's the very image of a grinding, bustling city like New York or Boston. She is Boston. Actually, they're all pretty recognizable types. We have ways of labeling them. Hipster, grandma, entrepreneur, brooding intellectual. Who wants to know the answers so badly? Who wants to know what it is about the world and society that makes it work the way it does? But he has no direction in which to look. And that eats at him. I don't pretend to know the answers. I don't pretend to know how they feel, but I see it. I see the waitress that gets me coffee every morning. Definition of jaded. Thought she could pull herself up and work her way through college, but got stuck. Coffee's good. This poor girl, the kind that does everything worth working for before she's 25, coddled all the way through college, and is so excited to set out and find herself. All the dreams Boston over here sells to her for $250 a month. What she's going to find is a harsh wake-up call. Not because we're not allowed to dream, or that hopes, the real ones, ever come true, but
When was the last time they did?
You either got it or you don't. And if you don't, you won't ever, so don't bother. Don't strain. Oh, sure, there's things you can learn. The fine points, the stance. Heat that up for you, toast it. But honey, scratch that, make it hot. A truly great waitress is born. You get what I mean? It's a feel thing. Deep in the bones of your bones. It's in your cells. A reporter once asked Louis Armstrong what swing meant. Louis looked the guy dead in the eyes and says, if you gotta ask, you won't ever know. He would have made a great waitress.
there is no better time to be alive than right now. Think of all of the advantages we have that earlier generations did not. Television, cell phone, better medical care, computers, more education, less physical labor, the freedom to make our own choices, and the ability to move to a more desirable city. These last two, however, begin to hint at the underlying problem. Our growing tendency to put the self first leads to unparalleled freedom, but it also causes an enormous amount of pressure on us to stand alone.
My first diner, we had one. Flo Kelly. Flo was all waitress. She could fill 2 dozen shakers one-handed and never drop a grain of salt. She carried 8 Hungry Men specials lined up on her arm like a charm bracelet. Flo was all waitress. That diner was hers.
This is the downside of the focus on the self. When we grow fiercely independent and self-sufficient, our disappointments loom large because we have nothing else to focus on. But it's not just us. Generation Me has been taught to expect more out of life at the very time when good jobs and nice houses are increasingly difficult to obtain.
9 steps to a better life. Number 1, eat more slowly. Not only will you lose weight, but you will rediscover your food, improve digestion, and lower stress. Need we say more? Number 2, leave work at work. Number 3, variety is the spice of life. Do something every day that scares you. Number 4, start saying no. Take more time for yourself and your hobbies. Find new ones.
When you want more than you have, you think you need. And when you think more than you want, your thoughts begin to bleed. I think I need to find a bigger place. Because when you have more than you think, you need more space.
With no consideration, no pity, no shame, they have built walls around me, thick and high. And now I sit here, feeling helpless. I can't think of anything else. This fate gnaws my mind, because I had so much to do outside. When they were building the walls, how could I not have noticed? But I never heard the builders. Not a sound. Imperceptibly, they have closed me off from the outside world.
He realized that all his life, he had done nothing but write, talk, lecture, concoct sentences, search for formulations, and amend them. So that, in the end, no words were precise. Their meanings were obliterated, their content lost. They had become trash, chaff, dust, sand, prowling through his brain, tearing at his head. They were his insomnia, his illness.
The other day, this commercial comes on for some prescription drug like Prenestazac, something like that. And this guy with a tender voice is asking me if my depression hurts those around me, or if I feel tired all the time. And there's these couples strolling across the beach and running through fields and playing with puppies. And I think to myself, I have this, whatever it is. I have it. But sure to tell my doctor if I start experiencing thoughts of suicide.
We got a new one today. Little blondie thing. Brains like a dish rag. Way she walks in the diner, you could tell the broad ain't no waitress. Hopeless. First lunch rush, her head will be spinning. But she bats her big blue eyes up at Marty and says, yes, she's got experience. And Marty, being A, dense, and B, male, doesn't ask her what kind. So it's up to yours truly to train the kid in. Never mind, I got migraines in both my feet. So I put her up at the counter, okay? Marty's up there working the register. Maybe he'll know from experience next time around, which I can bet you good odds will be at the end of this shift.
Hi, can I get you some breakfast? Or coffee? Is that regular, meaning not decaf? Or regular with like cream and sugar and... Right. What? Menus!
And we're off. It doesn't get much better after that. Next, she screws up eggs over easy, supposed to be scrambled. She drops forks left, right, and center. And then the decaf goes cold. And then she loses an order, a party of 6. And they walk out without paying.
This is my first day of work. Not here. Ever. My family had money and nobody made me. I came to the city to look for a job and nobody would hire me. My roommate said, lie. So I did. People think if you haven't done something before, you're an idiot. People can't know what's inside you. You don't know yourself to give it a chance. Then all of a sudden, this new personality starts to swell under your skin, bursting through where you'd never expected, and, well, nothing you thought you were makes any sense. You're elastic, you're putty.
The thing is, I used to have this thing for Hunter Thompson. You know, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, gonzo journalism, the whole bit. And he was just edgy for his time. For a writer to put himself into an article, gosh, that was edgy 40 years ago. Currently, I'm subscribed to an RSS news feed of about 156 blogs. And every morning I read about what other people are doing with their lives and how they think and feel about every little thing. Everyone is the hero to their own miniseries.
I don't want to lose this newness, this sharp, urgent knowledge that everything matters, that being good matters. I want to do everything well.
Number 5, focus on natural, healthy living. Not just dieting and exercising, but avoid those plastic bottles that are going to give you cancer. Number 6, do little things to improve your confidence. Get a spray tan, change your hairstyle. Number 7, take care of our world. Little things can go a long way. Walk, carpool, plan trips and errands in advance. You'll be surprised how good you feel and what a difference you can make.
I know, I'm a waitress. It's not what I dreamed of, not what anyone dreams of. But I make a difference. I do. There are lives on each stool at that counter, and I touch them. I bring them the quiet satisfaction that once in their sad, uncontrollable lives, they wanted a small thing and got it. I brought it. I bore them a gift. That matters. You watch me. I'm going to be brilliant. I'm going to be one of the greats.
You said, I'll go to another country, go to another shore, find another city better than this one. Whatever I do is fated to turn out wrong, and my heart lies buried like something dead. How long can I let my mind molder in this place? Wherever I turn, wherever I look, I see the black ruins of my life here, where I've spent so many years. Wasted them, destroyed them totally.
Do you want to know what Hunter Thompson wrote right before he died? No more games, no more bombs, no more walking. No more swimming, no more fun. 67. That is 17 years past 50, 17 more than I needed or wanted. 67. Boring. No fun for anybody. Act your old age. You're getting greedy. Relax. This won't hurt.
With time, laughing just fills silence. Words wear out and slip through my hands, and grass looks the same on both sides and ends.
Engulfed by fear and suspicion, mind agitated, eyes alarmed, we tried desperately to invent ways out. Plan how to avoid the obvious danger that threatens us so terribly. Yet we're mistaken. That's not the danger ahead.
I am beggar.
I am Boston. Only what they know. I am breathing.
I'm breaking.
Tell me where to go.
I've been cut down. Take me in. String lights on me. Lay under me gifts. Dusty proof that I've lived. Gifts of lines on my skin. I am beggar.
I am Boston.
Only what they know. I'm breathing.
I am breaking.
In these dark rooms, where I live out empty days, I wander round and round, trying to find windows. It will be a great relief when a window opens. But the windows aren't there to be found. Or at least I can't find them. Perhaps it's better if I don't find them. Perhaps the light will prove another tyranny. Who knows what new things it will expose.
Tell me where to go.
I give the fight up. Let there be an end. A privacy, an obscure nook for me. I want to be forgotten, even by God.
There's those thinking more or less that less is more. But if less is more, how are you keeping score? It means for every point you make, your level drops. Kind of like you're starting from the top. And you can't do that.
5 lies I told you. 1, happiness is all about what you do. 2, you can stand alone.
Dear Mother,
3, spray tans and magazines and recycling makes life worth living. 4. I believe in everything I write. 5. I'm here for you.
I'm so tired.
Dear reader,
Another coffee for you? Right away. The check, here it is. You're welcome. You're all welcome.
What should I have done? You tell me, what should I have done differently?
people believe anything. In middle school, I was the queen of prank calling. I made a woman believe I was her granddaughter. I called a coffee shop and actually convinced the manager they failed their audit and were being shut down. I called a suicide prevention hotline and actually convinced the woman I was suicidal.
I'm sorry I'm leaving before Christmas. I know it won't be the same.
Dear reader,
Dear Danny, Grandma, dear boss man, Susan, French roast with cream guy, has to have his table wiped down before he can sit guy, guy who didn't approve my student loans, new girl who isn't good enough, new girl who isn't as good as me, who is the best waitress in the land of opportunity.
You see, Mother,
I probably need a doctor.
but this is best for everyone.
I need a rest.
I'm barely out of college, and I've done everything. Been everywhere.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Which is not a guarantee.
I've been so comfortable, and not a single piece of me is mine. I am nothing more than a pile of everything else. Another coffee for you? I have nothing to offer you.
I've been here before. Sat on the floor in a gray room.
It's just, I know it's all fake. It's all made up.
I know. I know I'm alive. I know I'm this miracle, this machine of intestines and pulses, this breathing device.
Well, I've stayed up all night. And all that I write is a gray tune.
Nothing is lost, just frozen in frost.
Even if I scream, I can't scream that loudly.
Everyone has a voice. Kind of makes you sick of voices.
It's all been said before. The trick is finding new words, attractive phrases that
Distract people from the emptiness.
And pulsing.
pulling.
Suffocating.
But my words are tired.
Forgive me.
This won't hurt. At 4:48, when desperation visits, I will hang myself to the sound of my lover's breathing. It's not that I want to die. I just don't want to live. I have resolved myself to death this year. Some will call this self-indulgence. They are lucky not to know its truth, but some will know the simple fact of pain. This is becoming my normality.
That's what this is about. It's somebody I lost, all right. It's my own self, who I never was. Or who I tried to be, but never got there. Somebody I waited for who never came and never will. So see, it doesn't really much matter what else happens in the world or in this house even. I'm what was worth waiting for, and I didn't make it. Me, who might have made a difference to me. I'm not going to show up, so there's no reason to stay. except to keep you company. But that's not reason enough. Because I'm not very good company. Am I?
At 4:48, when sanity visits, for 1 hour and 12 minutes, I am in my right mind. When it has passed, I shall be gone again, a fragmented puppet, a grotesque fool. Now I am here, I can see myself. And when I am charmed by vile delusions of happiness, that foul magic of this engine of sorcery, I cannot touch my essential self.
No. When a man fights within himself, a man's worth something.
Number 8, plan for success. Don't wait for it at your doorstep. Number 9, know what's going on in our world. Keep up with your Twitter news feeds and watch the news. The second you fall behind is the second you are left behind.
I don't want to lose this.
With time laughing, just fill silence. Words wear round and slip down right through my hands, and the grass looks the same on all the sides and ends. Where do we go? I am better, I am Boston. Only what they know. I am breathing, I am breaking. Tell me where to go.
You either got it or you don't.
I've been cut down. Please take me in. String lights are all on me. Lake gifts under me. Dusty proof that I've lived. Our gifts of lines laying under my skin.
do outside?
I am beggar, I am Boston. Only what they know. I am breathing, I am breaking. Tell me where to go. I am beggar, I am Boston. Only what they know. I am breathing, I am breaking. Tell me where to go. I am beggar, I am Boston. Only what they know. I am breathing, I am breaking. Tell me where to go.
At 4:47, I am weak. At last my false strength fails.
Then maybe I want to be held down to this. Maybe I want to be bound to everything, addicted to everything.
Maybe the distance I've fallen will give me room to climb. And I'll finish what I started through no choice of my own.
There will finally be a choice. When it is 4:47, I will come to a well-worn place where sand and dead things crackle beneath my feet. And I will reach out my hands. Finding nothing, my hands are still protected.
A path has been made by many feet, has been paved by uncertain words. But surprised, I am no pioneer. Calm that I need not set out alone.
At 4:48, I will breathe, sometimes break, but I will find myself home.